We are on our way to Columbus, Ohio, and on the way there, we decided to stop at one of the most amazing state parks that I've visited thus far. I was stunned to find this gem of a park in the middle of Ohio. If you ever find yourself in this region, do not skip out on Hocking Hills State Park. We first pull into the Old Man's Cave parking lot, where the visitor center is, as well as access to the hiking trail, which is a one-way path. For now, let's go in and check out the visitor center. This would definitely be a great place to bring kids, and even for adults, there were quite a few interesting exhibits and information about hiking options. It seems that there are several places from which you can enter onto this trail, which I do believe, like I said, is a full loop. The water flow is minimal today, but it is still really amazing here. We're here in mid-June, but I could imagine that it would be even more incredible in the fall, for example. We will head in the direction of the Old Man's Cave today. There are supposedly plenty of waterfalls here, but since we have a limited amount of time, we won't hike too far out of the way to see anything. Plus, like I mentioned, water flow is not very heavy. They have done a fantastic job with this park's infrastructure. All of the various bridges and walkways are really neat, and most of them are in really great condition. It definitely makes for an interesting trail experience. I kept looking forward to the next tunnelway or stream crossing.
Spooky, right?
This would be the perfect time just to do this.
On the other side of this first tunnel, we arrive at a split in the path. From here you can go directly to Old Man's Cave, but we are going to go a little farther down the trail to check out one of the waterfalls.
Oh, that's weird.
Supposedly, the trail loops back this way towards the Old Man Cave portion. There we can see a little pocket of the woods that has the waterfall.
It does.
As I'm editing this video, I think the way out is not supposed to take you directly past Old Man's Cave, but actually to the, quote, Old Man's Cave Visitor Center, which is kind of inefficient because that means that I can't see both the Old Man's Cave and the other waterfall, I guess? I don't know. There's not really a way to do it other than going against the one way or making the loop several times, which just doesn't seem to make much sense.
It's a little steep and slick right there.
We've now arrived at the waterfall. There's not much, but it's still really nice to see. I'm gonna walk around back along the rock wall to get a different view of the falls. I know it's quite different, but this is really giving me the Narrows vibes, but East Coast edition. we'll get one more view of the waterfall before heading back towards the visitor center. Again, this is just stunning. Such a fun trail. It's really well done. Again, except for the confusing one-way thing. And here's one more little tunnelway.
It is dark in here. Oh, there's the stair. Can't see it without the light. Very confused. The visitor center is here. Oh, this says Old Man's Cave, so I guess we can come this way.
So we are definitely going the wrong way here on the trail. However, there just wasn't another way to get to that spot other than to go all the way back around again, which wasn't gonna do. Does anyone know about how this is actually supposed to work? Is this how it's supposed to work? Are we just stupid or something? Let us know. At the Old Man's Cave, I read on the placard that it got its name because an old man lived here with his 2 dogs. He actually came up from the mountains of Tennessee in, I think, 1796, and he lived the remainder of his life here and actually died here. So I thought that was pretty interesting. To get back to the parking lot, we're gonna try and go on this upper part of the trail because there are signs saying that you can do so. So we cross this neat little bridge that has an overlook of the main trail. I'm not sure what these people are doing with bikes down there. It doesn't really seem like that great of a bike path with all of the stairs and bridges and such. Now we're trying to make our way back to the parking lot. There are all these signs saying that you can get back to the parking lot this way, but it just really doesn't seem like that's where it's going. Maybe it is and it's just a long way out, but it seems to keep just taking us back to the lower loop, which we don't really want to do. After a while of no success, we turn around and just head back across the bridge since we knew for sure that we'd be able to get back that way. And we did eventually make it back to the visitor center and parking lot, which wraps up our spontaneous and delightful afternoon trip to Hocking Hills State Park.